You know what's really funny about Moonlight characters, right? In the beginning of the game, they kind of started off with the Moonlight characters as kind of being like these kind of cool characters. If you got them, you got them. If you didn't, you didn't. There were some that were definitely stronger. There are some that stand the test of time that no matter what, for some reason, they just leave them alone. They won't buff, won't nerf them. They're pretty good where they're at, regardless of, you know, popular opinion. But then there are some that get hit by the nerf bat. I mean, really assaulted by the nerf bat. But every once in a blue moon, Smilegate decides to buff Moonlight Nat 5s. And don't we all know it that today's video is based on one of the other lovely Moonlight Nat 5s that was blessed by the gods. Even her fire version has been blessed by the gods. Today we are going to be talking about SPECTER TENEBRIA. Hey guys, just wanted to say, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I was looking at my analytics and it says about 80% of the people that watch my videos are not sub to the channel, and it would help me out greatly and gushously. I couldn't think of another word. So hit that subscribe button if you are a frequent watcher and always enjoyed, maybe just slipped your mind, and I would really appreciate it. Like the channel, comment, subscribe, blah, 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 all that good stuff. You know what it is. Just really would appreciate that. Helps me out a ton. Alright guys, you know the drill. This is the same thing that we've done. We've done this many and 10 billions of thousands of times. First, we're gonna look at the stats. So her attack is 11 hundo, pretty much 1200. I mean, it's close enough, right? Health is cool. We don't care. I'm gonna tell you why we don't care. Speed is 106, which is pretty good. I'm actually kind of happy to see that her speed is at 106. Tenebria's speed has been increased to the high heavens because, you know, you can't have enough buffs. Never too much, never too much, never too much. As you can see, that lovely 30% effectiveness when awakened because, you know, you can't have enough. Never too much, never too much, never too much. Normally I would compare this character to other characters, but she really kind of sits on her own little pedestal. Like the way that she kind of works is just so unique, and there's no real other characters that does what she does. The only thing that is similar is what her S3 does. So let's just bring her straight in. Let's listen to these lovely quotes.
Melt away.
Fall
into nightmare.
Now, where is it?
Don't be afraid.
You know what we're listening for.
I'll end it now.
Come on. Third time's the charm.
Kiss my feet.
There it is.
I will step on you.
I will step on you. As you can see.
I'm bored.
She still talks that crazy stuff. Alright, so now that we have kissed her feet, which I think, you know, she doesn't have shoes on anyway. Endless Nightmare is the S3. Attacks with a Nightmare Crystal, stunning for one turn, decreasing the combat readiness of all remaining enemies by 50% when the enemy dies. Pretty good. If it kills, it screws over the rest of the people, you know, or if it doesn't kill, it's gonna stun. It's a lovely little, you do damn if you do, damn if you don't kind of thing, right? Damage dealt increases proportional to the number of debuffs inflicted on the enemy. So not only is that synergizing with other characters in her own team, but you have this lovely S1 as well. The Poison Blast attacks with an explosion of poison energy. Should be poisonous energy, but whatever. With a 50% chance to inflict poison for 2 turns. This skill cannot trigger a counterattack. Never too much, never too much, never too much. One of those buffs. Attacks 2 enemies when Endless Nightmare is on cooldown. I think that is also a buff. Now, she all comes together, but she got one Mo buff a little while ago, and you know what that means. It's never too much, never too much, never too much. Oh yeah, let me do the S1. As you can see, it splits.
You want to try me?
Hits 2 targets when it's on cooldown. It's not on cooldown now, but I'm happy that they still showed it. 2-turn poison, and poison is one of the best debuffs in the game because it has nothing to do with her attack or anything like that. It does with the health of the enemy, which there's a lot of tanky characters in PvP, and of course in PvE everything has a ton of health because, you know, difficulty. Let's look at this passive, which is so good. Nightmare Illusion. When an ally capable of being attacked is still remaining, the caster cannot be selected as a target for attacks. The only way you can hit SPECTER TENEBRIA is with AoE, or, you know, like Vildred kind of thing. His S1 can technically hit her because it hits two things at the same time. Spectre Tenebria and her skill actually can hit another Spectre Tenebria. Anything like that can happen, and obviously AoE skills can hit them as well. Oh, Champion Zerato is another good example of that as well. Also, on top of that, increase the attack and defense of the caster by 7% every time somebody dies. It doesn't matter if it's an ally or an enemy, as long as somebody dies, she gets better for it. Effect can only stack up to 5 times. Thank God they put a cap on it. It would have been terrible if not. If you really pay attention to and you do the mathematicals of the Molagora, you will see that it adds up to 3, which adds up to a total of 10. So she can get a stat, well, not a stat boost, but attack and defense boost of up to 50%. The whole stick behind it is that as she's killing other characters and as your teammates die, she'll be strong enough to pretty much finish out the fight and, you know, carry you to victory pretty much. Same thing here with the Endless Nightmare. You can pretty much boost the damage of it. You can't increase the anything as far as like the effect chance of it because there is no effect chance thing to it, and it's one of the beautiful ones, and I'll say it once, I'll say it again until you get sick and tired of it. If a skill does not have a percentage on it, that means it will guarantee happen if it passes through the effect resistance check. So with that being said, it's her effectiveness versus the effect resistance, because if it passes through that, she will get a stun. It's guaranteed. As you can see here, there's a 50% chance for the poison to land. So first you got to go through that BS check, and after that check, you go through the effective resistance. So there's a chance that her poison might not land as frequently, but as you can see here, you can Molagora it up all the way up to 70% if you Molagora it up to +4. Really good, and I mean, you're gonna want to get the damage up on it anyway, because if you didn't just seen it, not only can you be putting poisons for 2 turns every time you S1, which is on dual attacks as well, you know, if she comes along with the dual attack. Even better is that you can actually soul burn this. This is the same tactic back in the day when the game first came out. People were using with Silk, constantly cycling her turns pretty much, and it's another good way to actually get your S3 back on cooldown. This is one of the stronger soul burn effects in my opinion, the ability to cycle your turns, and in her case, stack poisons on the target, and if enough things have died, you probably will kill things. It's very potent. She's such a cool character because of that. She's very well built, and it took her a while to get to this point, you know, not triggering counterattacks, getting even stronger boost from when people die, poisoning multiple targets at the same time, giving her more PvP viability. She's been through it, and if you get her, you're gonna be a happy camper. Now, as far as gear is concerned, even though she is 106, speed is going to be one of your best friends. Reason being is because, one, you can stun the target from the beginning, right off the get-go, just instantaneously stun a target. That's obviously a good thing. Also on top of that is that she needs to S3 for her poison to spread to 2 targets, so when she's S1ing. So speed is a very, very good ally. You still need to deal a crap ton of damage, but keep in mind the S2 passive is going to allow you to, not, I wouldn't say necessarily skimp on damage, but it is going to give you, you know, a little bit of leeway. Plus poison, like I said, your attack doesn't have to be dramatically high, you know, for the poison to do its job. So you can pretty much focus on speed, then you're gonna want crit chance, crit damage, attack. Effectiveness, you might want a little bit of it. Like I said, you still needed the stun to land, and you definitely want the poison to land as well. So definitely want to have some effectiveness. Anything I think you can skimp on will maybe be crit damage, if you're gonna skimp on anything. Oh yeah, and speed. I was just talking about speed. What's really cool about Spectre Tenebria is that she doesn't necessarily need to be tanky, because you're the one that's gonna put her into the fight, right? So you're gonna put her in fights most likely when it's more single target based, so she can sit in the back with a loaded gear set, and I'm talking about the highest attack you can get. Make sure she's, if possible, 100% crit, and just dish out damage. Even if she doesn't land the poison and you're just dishing out the S1 over and over and over again and S3ing, she just deals an insane amount of damage, and it's what makes her so good. But I think still want to go speed, but as I always have to say, tried and true, if you need to get stuff done, just go with the attack set. Go attack crit. You know, if you need to get it done, if you don't care about her necessarily going first, then, you know, don't give her too much speed and just focus on her dealing damage, because she is relatively safe. She's a pretty safe character. There's not much people that can hit her, and the stuff that hit her is normally going to be, like I said, AoE or targeting 2 characters, and those moves are generally not as strong as a snipe, like a single target snipe. So she's relatively safe for when she's on the field. Now let us go into the lovely artifacts that we know and love. One of my favorite parts forever and always. Abyssal Crown is going to be one of your best ones, because yes, she has a stun on the S3, but why not have a stun on the S1? As we know, the S1 can reach out to multiple targets. increasing the chance of possibly stunning 2 targets and just making her a way big of a pest and making it a little bit harder to deal with. This is a newer artifact, Black Hand of the Goddess. I think that it's actually not that bad. You get a free crit chance in the beginning of the fight. If you wailed out for it, it's really good, 24% crit chance, and you can possibly end fights a little bit quicker. This is obviously not for like PvE content because usually that's, you know, drags on, but I think in a PvP fight it's actually not that bad for a character like her who does insane amount of damage. Bloody Rose is not, I'm just kidding. I mean, technically it's good, but I just hate the artifact in and of itself, but it's actually pretty good because her S1 and S3 are single target attacks. I don't know if it works on the S1 when it hits multiple, but you know, that's neither here nor there. I'm not a big fan of it. Caladra is a really good one because of the fact that, you know, she S3s, that's a stun, she can actually attack on top of the stun, that'd be nice. But more importantly, when she spreads the poison, it will give her a ability to do additional damage on that target. So I kind of like Caladra. Tiger Hell's Ancient Book is a good one because even the ones that I just mentioned, they're cool. They're cool, and Tiger Hell's actually gives you a free S1 extra turn with the Soul Burn. This is her best one, in my opinion, just because you can start off with the S3 and then get 2 S1s right off the bat, or you can do 2 S1s right off the bat, or S1 then S3. Like it's really strong with the extra souls, and this is an easier thing to get because it's a 4-star artifact. So this is definitely one of the best ones. It's pretty good on a lot of mages, and just because of the fact that it enables them to get one of their stronger effects out. So all in all, I think that she's a really cool character. Characters that you kind of want to team up with her are obviously characters that don't die. You want to make it as hard as possible for the opponent to get to her, especially if they're running primarily single target attacks. You're going to want to run her with tanks, or you can definitely run her with characters that have some type of revive mechanic, like even like Roanna, like pretty much give your characters extra lives so they can kill one of your other characters, they come back, get some free stacks without losing a real teammate. And you know, anything like that, any type of revive mechanic is really good. Even if the opponent team has revive mechanics, she'll still get stronger off of that. So good luck in your guys' pulls for her. I should be able to do one more depending on what I get from the guild. Might be trash actually. Not good enough. That's fine. We're about to pull her from the Covenant summons. 10 free summons. Let's see what we get. That's the whole reason of doing these videos. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the guide portion of it. You know, try to make it a little bit quicker, straight to the point. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's get these 10 free summons out of the way. Hopefully we get something good. Come on. I predict that I'll get one. I think I said I predicted that I'll get 2 Nat 5s out of it, and then one more Nat 5 artifact. So 2 heroes, 2 artifacts. I think in the other video I got 1 artifact, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I did. I think. So it's looking pretty slow here. I got what, 3 more? 1 more. I got 3 more. Dang. I think the last one I got, it was on the last one too. No, I don't think I got a Nat 5 out of it. It was just I think it was an infinity basket. Nothing. No dice. No dice on there. Well, I hope the video does better than my summons. That's gonna be it for me. Let me know what another character that you guys are looking forward to. I could definitely pencil them in. I gotta make some type of video every day so we can keep doing the summon thing. So you guys let me know. Whoever has the most likes or whatever like that, we'll get the honors. Then whoever has the most liked comment or whatever like that. But you don't ever have to worry about being honored because every day at the casino is your lucky day. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.